His radio, this had to have been super scary for a while.
Yeah, treading water for 13 hours and not trying to break a world record?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, you've probably seen this by now. The guy that fell off a cruise ship, nobody really knew until later. And then, 13 hours later, finally searched for him, and he was okay and survived. And the Coast Guard actually found him.
Goodness, I can't even imagine, like, being in the water that long, but also being in the ocean at night, treading water, not knowing if you were going to be rescued.
And I don't know if you knew this, but the Coast Guard searched 200 miles for a guy in the middle of an ocean. In the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, but just a little speck out in all of that water.
They found him.
How do you spot somebody like that?
He's been there, I said 13 hours. They didn't know he was missing for 13 hours, or that's when his friend finally said, I can't find my buddy.
Oh my, nobody even knew.
For 13 hours.
Oh my grief.
It's like there's something wrong. 13 hours and I don't see him. And then 21 hours later got out of the Gulf.
I can't
because
imagine.
of the Coast Guard.
I think probably the average person could tread water maybe, half an hour without just falling apart?
Right?
Feels like. I don't know if I could do it that long, but wow.
I have a feeling that this guy is really going to appreciate Christmas this year.
Absolutely.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
You got to do something to protect that thing in your house that you put decorations on. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning. His radio. Merry Christmas.
If you have kitty cats, for sure.
Was that a cat you did?
Is that not good?
Well,
okay,
Scott.
whatever.
Scott's the cat person.
Okay.
Scott.
2 of them. Yep.
Was my impression okay?
How was it? Did she do okay?
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
Passing.
Hey, Scott, man, I've got a hack for you. I don't have cats, so I knew nothing about this. But if you're putting up your Christmas tree and you're worried about the decorations on the bottom, if you have a real tree, I guess it could work for a fake tree too. I don't know. But you take lemon juice, half lemon juice, half water, put it in a spray bottle, and then spray the bottom branches. Cats don't like citrus.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I've never seen a cat sitting around peeling a Tangelo, but at the same time,
There's a cat with an orange.
Right.
Got a little bit of grapefruit. Get me some sugar for that, some salts.
Loves the pomelos. But you can squirt the bottom of the branches, or you can just take the peels and lay them on the bottom branches. And it'll keep the cats from...
That'll look great.
Yeah. There's another thing, too. Cats don't like aluminum foil. Again, they're not wrapping baked potatoes, so I wouldn't know this. But you can put aluminum foil on the bottom branches. It'll give your Christmas tree kind of a space-age look.
So what do you do, Scott, to protect your tree from your cats? Because you said you have 2 of them.
Yeah, well, we make sure that we put the nice, fancy ornaments very high above. And we'll put a few of the softer things they can knock off the tree down on the bottom, so at least they've got something to play with. But they're always walking around the bottom, brushing up against those bottom limbs. And so I'm going to, keep an eye on them. But I've heard good things about that citrus, that it does work. So I might try that.
Okay, you haven't tried it. I do like the fact that you're enabling the cats.
Yeah.
They're going to get
training
to the tree,
them.
so why not give them something to swat,
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On His radio.
So, Vicky, I have this hack for using half water, half lemon juice. You spray the bottom branches. And Vicky texted and said, that absolutely works.
For real?
It also works on power cords. And it not only keeps cats away, but it keeps dogs from chewing the cords as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Got to make sure there's no cutting that cord.
Right.
You get a nice spark putting that moisture on
That
it.
would be terrible.
Right.
All right. Teresa texted and said, no matter how we moved our furniture, where we placed the tree, their cat would find a way to, get this, launch himself through the air and land on top of the tree, right? I can't tell you how many mornings I walked out into the living room only to find the tree swaying and the cat sitting on top.
Come on.
Where the angel should be.
So Janice is here at 800-447-7234. What about it for you, Janice?
I think that's an awesome idea, but we just don't even put up the tree at all. We put the lights up inside the house, like across the ceiling and counters and stuff, but we just don't do the tree.
What happened? How come?
We've got a cat, a chihuahua, and 2 sugar gliders, and I'm just afraid they'll get hurt with the glass balls, so we just don't do it. But now I did have a friend, and I've seen this done too, that they hang their trees upside down from the ceiling.
Get out.
Yeah, they take it and they turn it completely upside down and hang it from the ceiling so that the cats can't get it.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
Mo was in a bad spot 2004. This is 18 years ago, I guess. 18 years ago, he had bacterial meningitis. He also had tuberculosis. He was sick. He was in the hospital, actually in a coma for about a month. He came out of that coma. He woke up with no memory of anything that happened prior to. But he also found out he was more creative than he was before he had the coma. Creative in the fact that he's now an artist.
Oh, really? He could draw.
Yeah, he was not before.
Did he ever gain any of his memory back?
No. No,
So-
he has to rely on friends and family. They've told him, this is how you were when you were younger. This is what you
Okay,
used
so
to
that's
do.
how he knows.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how did he know that he had new skills?
No. His friends and family, they have told him you were terrible in art. You never did robotics or anything, you nothing. No creativity at all. Didn't play a musical instrument.
And so the guy is now an artist.
He wakes
and
up
good at it.
Yeah, he wakes up from a coma.
Oh, wow.
And now he's traveling the country. He goes to Comic-Con. And what he does is he replicates things that are in movies, TV shows, like R2-D2 he's built. He's built some Transformers, things like this. So he is super art skills, not just, sitting around drawing Mickey Mouse or something like that, totally into it.
That's wild.
And didn't have that skill before.
If you woke up tomorrow, what skill would you want that you didn't have before? Scott, what about you?
I'm not musically inclined at all, so I would love to be able to just play any instrument very well.
Who
And
inspires
it
you
could
to
be
want to
anything.
do that?
Huh?
Who inspires you to want to do that?
You? Because you're such a great guitar player.
You really are. You have a
No.
lot of skills, but yeah, that would be a good one to do a musical instrument.
Not really one particular person, but just I love music, and I just think it would be so cool to be able to play, a guitar, a saxophone, a piano really well.
I can
I'd
see
love to
Scott
do
on
that.
the saxophone.
Oh, man.
Because they've always got that little jazz vibe thing going on. Yeah, you could do that. You could pull that off.
I
Skill
got
that
enough
Liz,
hot air, that's for sure.
skill that Liz would want if she woke up tomorrow with a new skill.
Honestly, gymnastics.
Really?
Oh, I would be round offing and doing handstands and all
Wow.
kinds. Yeah, that would be so much fun.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
I'm afraid to even try this.
Why?
Well, on Netflix, they have this Triviaverse game show now where you use your remote and you're a part of the game show and you answer all the questions.
It sounds fun.
Listen, I'm horrible at this stuff. When it came to school, I failed a lot of tests.
But you know so much.
No, I don't.
you
And these
really
things
do.
prove it. I'm like, oh my word, I don't know this.
Well, now I'm going to tell you, if it starts asking me math equations, I'm out. I'm done. But I feel like Rob knows a lot. Rob, you know so much information.
No, you know what? I'll play this game and prove to you
Oh, my goodness.
that the knowledge does not exist
You would
in the brain that's in my head.
No, you would smoke me. And I feel like if it asked sports, technology,
No,
I do feel like you
not
would just...
sports.
You know...
I don't know. Listen, if you would ask Liz anything about baseball, she can spout out the stats on that like there's no tomorrow. You know game. You know the
I know the
the
game.
players.
I know some of the players.
You know the athletes. You know what they play.
I know some.
Come on.
But that's the only, it's so just specialized. That's the only sport I really know anything about. Ask me about football. I'm out. I'm done. Gone.
Yeah, but I can't do that either.
You seem to. Okay, you talk a good game because it feels like you know everything.
No.
If there's
No.
a technology category, Rob is going to best it.
Not really.
Not really.
No.
What?
Seriously. I mean, what questions are they going to ask?
Guess what? I'm pulling up Netflix right now so we can play
see,
Triviaverse.
watch her go.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Hearing from Lisa this morning.
Sadly, 4 years ago, through much anguish and anxiety and depression, I tried to take my life. But thankfully, God has restored me fully.
but I wanted to just let you know how much your support and uplifting verses and stories and laughter and songs, especially Lauren Daigle's song Rescue and Come Home, has just helped me become whole again and to find joy in my life again. And I just wanted to say thank you for all you do. I just wanted to say thank you. My name is Lisa, and you all are a blessing.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm so grateful that you left that message, and to hear what God has done in your life, literally saved your life.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes, we're listening to the songs and we're like, oh, we love this song and we're singing along to it. But when you're struggling, when you're going through something like Lisa, where honestly that song made the difference between her being here tomorrow with her family or not being, God working through the message of that song, it just means so much more.
Next week is Sharathon at His Radio. And I'm very hopeful since the 4 days next week, Tuesday to Friday, it starts on the 6th, Tuesday the 6th, that Tuesday through Friday with the biggest goal ever of His Radio's history, that many people will get involved, giving a gift and help more people just like Lisa.
Yeah, and it's so easy to get involved. Help other Lisas right now. You can text the word GIVE to 800-447-7234. Go to hisradio.com or just open the My His Radio app.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On His Radio.
If you hear this, you listen to it, you're going to think that's the best Christmas song ever on the planet.
And then you're going to wonder, is there a concert coming up by this artist?
A tour.
Yeah, because you'll want front row for sure.
In the big arena. You don't want to be in the nosebleed section for this one. No. Front row, front and center. VIP experience.
Well, you got to go backstage and meet this person.
Right. The meet and greet and everything.
Mm-hmm.
A brand new song. New song that you're going to hear right now, debuting on His Radio right now.
Turn the volume up a little bit.
The best Christmas song ever.
It's going to be a classic.
It will. An instant hit.
And you'll decorate your house listening to the song on repeat.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You'll have a playlist of it. I mean, it's just, you cannot stop listening to this Christmas song.
Earworm. It's an earworm.
Every lyric, every word,
Yeah.
you will have word for word.
Yeah.
Forever.
You'll know it. Passed down for generations.
Debuting on His Radio.
I'm so excited.
Number one Christmas song to be on the planet.
Starts here.
It's Ninja.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go.
Oh, yeah.
There's a deer on my dining room table and a candle to smell like Christmas. And this I had since I was 4 years old.
She brought it home.
And you can never have too many countdowns to Christmas. And another tree that bites on.
Yes, that is Ninja, a taste of the number one Christmas song ever by Ninja. Instagram story today when you follow her on Instagram. That was great, Ninja.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was the inspiration?
Well, everybody's got to show their Christmas decor, and that's usually what people play. And I was like, I'm going to sing it instead. And then it just turned into my own version.
It was great.
It really was.
I mean,
showstopper.
Very word picturesque.
Thanks.
I could see it.
Yeah. When is your tour?
Yeah, please.
It starts the day before Christmas.
She has to drop the album first.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does have to drop
That's true.
the album. So it's a one-day tour.
It's a one-day tour.